All right, back again in Tainted. I almost had Tainted Souls. Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Uh, didn't get very far from like the start. We started on this beach after the tutorial. We explored a mine, then we explored a blood cave at a blood lake, and then we explored another mine, and that took like 3 hours. So more just exploring. I'm just gonna kind of wander about. I know I have a quest, but I'm just gonna meander for a little bit. I'm gonna meander until the game says I can't. Golden signet ring. Yeah, so far I will say that this game has had just enough, I think, polish. Like, it's rough around the edges, but this game has had just enough polish that it feels satisfying. Is that a skeleton? It is. Molten lightning. Decreases dual wielding cost 20%, or stamina cost when 20% with dual wielding. I don't have. I do like the way that they do the effects in this game, or like the equipment stats. So this thing requires 3 strength, 3 dexterity, 2 endurance, but I could still wear it if I wanted to. I just wouldn't get the effect of it. I would still get the armor, but I wouldn't get the stamina reduction until I actually get the effect, or until I get the stats to wield it. So, which is neat because it means that you could still get some bonus out of something you can't like get the effect out of if it just has better armor or better damage. It's an interesting way of doing it. It makes it so that when you get a new piece of gear, you're not completely deflated when you just can't use it if you don't have the right stats for it. Spear of an ancient hero. Really? In just like the dirt? 2 strength, 2 dexterity. Always attacks against targets at full health are always critical. Critical dealing damage makes enemies bleed. Let's try that out. Excuse me. What are you? Oh my god, red caps. Last time I saw, I've seen these in a couple fantasy titles. Last time I think was Baldur's Gate. Bestiary. Oh yeah, the Blood Abomination. Red cap. Oh, Jeez. Orange Druid. Oh, Druid armor. I could be a Druid. Increases mana regen. Ooh. Increases weight. Alright, we're gonna count that. Increases mana regen? Yeah, sure, I'll wear that. I'm gonna keep the... I like the Thorns helmet. What does this one do? Increases max health. Yeah, we're fucking Druid now. I wonder if people will like... I wonder if this game has anything for like wearing specific sets of armor. Will people treat you differently? Like if I'm dressed up as a Druid? Because all the Druids apparently, from like bits of the lore I've seen, all the Druids were killed. Or like most of them were. You're gonna have a zombie plague thing kicking around. It makes sense to kill or to target the Druids first. I think it's like that the Druids were like they were like some of like the people who were native to this place, and that they did like they blamed the Arthur and all that, blamed them for like the weirdness, which was like the weird evil magic. Make an offering. Okay, cool. Shoes of the Waning Moon. Spell power increased by 10. Okay, cool, cool. I wonder if that's a one-time thing or if that's like something that's permanent. Status. This area reminds me kind of the one beach in Elden Ring, in Limgrave. There's like a similar sort of thing where there's like just a sandy beach next to a cliff. Oh, there's a man's over there. Hello, are you gonna like get up and go, oh? Oh, is this the guy from the prison?
So much for a secluded cave.
No, it's not. It looks very similar though.
Seems like there's no one on this island to hide in peace. Ah well, since you're here, I have an important question. Do you have any food?
Who you?
I promise to answer all of your questions, no matter how annoying or asinine they might be. But first, do you have any food? Oh dear. Yes, food. That stuff you put in your mouth to make sure your body doesn't wither and die, you know? Fish, meat, vegetables, bread. Oh, some bread would be especially nice. But I'll take anything, really.
I know what food is. Here you go. Have a cheese.
Thanks. I'll be forever indebted to you. But don't expect much. The only payment I can offer you is seashells, or, you know, access to an infinite
I see this guy's met RPG players before.
Druidic wisdom. I'd rather you choose wisdom. I threw out my collection of seashells a few days ago after I stepped on them with my bare feet.
Do I just get like a free attribute point or something?
Much better. Time for a nap. Oh.
Okay, cool. What did I get for that? We had like a fade to black, like something happened, but the game didn't explain to me what happened. Huh?
I don't understand you. But didn't you know? There are no more druids. The mob rounded them all up. Their scream. It's some years ago.
He's talking about all the druids. Cool. I'm gonna steal all your plants. Oh yes, still cooking undercooked food. My body my body turns good ingredients into undercooked food. So we probably might be able to keep going down the beach there. Oh, we're already there. Might as well. It's like, what is this? Shovel. Would there be a point of swimming out to that big rock? Like, the game has taught me that there are things hidden, like in that tutorial level on that isle. You could swim out to the shipwrecks and there were things to loot. Okay, I don't think we're off the map, literally. So I'm gonna guess that this is just cool-looking geometry. Geography, whatever. Geography, geometry. Cool-looking rock. I don't mind this. The game feels really quiet to me. Shadow of the Horns. Next shrine, Shrine of the Deer. Something up there. Oh. Oh, look. A whole flickin' village. It's the village, guys. It's the village. It is the village. The premier village.
What do you want? To gawk at the beast? Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My Cole is not the monster you all believe him to be.
Is this the classic?
So you really don't know? If you're not from here, I'm not
Is this the
sure what
classic,
could have brought you to this hellhole.
Who's the real murderer?
have
Oh,
no
my
sympathies.
husband is
Just
innocent.
know
Oh, you
that
help me
Cole
find the
isn't
real
like that.
murderer.
Something is poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or why it happened to Cole. But now we're all at the mercy of those damned keepers. One evening there was a quarrel between our group, the villagers, and one of the keepers. They'd had a bit too much to drink and let some comments slip. They hurled insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should just get the hell out of here because things are hard for everyone. Hard? Sure. I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week outside. All they do is sit in that keep of theirs, thinking they're the defenders of justice. Well, Cole went mad. I've never seen him like that before. He attacked that keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived. If it weren't for the other men from the village, things could have ended very differently. Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage. His condition started to worsen. They said a monster like him doesn't deserve a jail cell. Jail cells are for humans. Bastards. This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, we came near a strange structure. The locals call it the Arch Spire. In the morning, we realized everyone had a strange dream, but it was a little different for each of us. Cole started acting weird after that, and in time, it only got worse.
Sorry. Where was your camp?
We set up camp near the Arch Spire. We hoped that with everything...
Okay. Go to place, find out why it's evil and why it made man evil. Cure him of the evil.
I wish Morris... Do you need help settling in, dear? What a nasty bit. Be careful.
Feels heavier.
Any of you guys merchants? None of you look like merchants. One true first village, all the others are pretenders. Wooden village. Oh, I can buy a shit house for 20,000 coins in this, like, town that looks like it's about to turn into a Lovecraftian nightmare when something comes out of the ocean. Who the whoa. Hello.
Excuse me, could you get me a clean glass? And I mean clean, not just wiped 3 times with a dirty rag. My name is Alyssa Murray, and I'm here with my husband, a very important cloth merchant. But surely you must have heard about Avalon. Not to brag, but we are rather prominent. I am famed amongst Camelot's courtiers for throwing the most magnificent feasts. Thank you. I designed it myself. I wanted to blend in with the people of the South. The savage tribes, the brave lightkeepers. I wanted to make an homage to them with my new style, and I do believe I've succeeded. I can feel everyone here gazing at me with awe.
Yes, definitely. Everyone says you're.
Give it a few weeks and everyone here will be trying to copy me.
It's one of the most open dresses I've ever seen.
It's
It's like literally like cutting a hole
almost
right over your
insufferable.
chest.
Well, my Duncan is here on business, of course. A very important contract with the Lightkeepers. I decided to accompany him because I have never been to the South, and I've heard so much about its wild, untamed beauty. So far, it's turned out to be terribly dull. And the smell! It's like stale fish and sweat. Hopefully I don't have to suffer it much longer. Pray, tell me, do you know anyone here who would run a small errand for me?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, nothing major. You see, I've had my eye on this beautiful abandoned estate overlooking the sea. It's not very far from here, but it's far enough away from all this rabble. If we stay here for a while, I need a place for myself. You understand that, right? No offense, but I can't keep living in a filthy room at an inn. When I asked the innkeeper to draw me a bath, he brought me a bucket. A bucket! Can you imagine? Finally, someone sympathetic to my plight. My Duncan has been heartless about it. He just keeps going on about how I was the one.
Okay. I'm tired of talking to this fucking woman. What do you want?
Well, fine. The problem is that the manor appears to.
All right, kill the people in the mansion. Jesus.
You remember Sewell Firstfoot's tomb? Used to be a popular pilgrimage spot, but ever since the flooding, nobody's been out there.
Yeah.
Beer from Kunacht, wine from Farshire, moonshine, only local, the best there is. And fish, lots and lots of fish. What's your poison?
Okay. Where is even my money? Oh, there it is. Bread. Why is food so expensive? Pancake. Do you have like a crafting table in here? No.
Hello, child. You look competent enough. I can see that you're not of noble blood. Oh, no need to tell me that. Oh, and you don't look like one of the you can talk. Now, I'm sure we'll get along. My name is Lady Elaine. I oversee the Farshire Library, the greatest collection of books in this part of Avalon. Oh, biding my time until a brave adventurer with a death wish comes along.
Okay, it's a little on the nose,
If there's
game.
anything they can help me. Oh, surprising. I came to the Horns of the South because I found a fascinating book. It referred to a certain object, a figure most likely, which has the ability to dispel the wordness like a menhir can. Apparently, it can be found on the ship called Andraste, which sank over.
Andraste?
However, when they said the last.
Alright, go. Okay. Beginning to feel like the writers were paid by the word. Yeah, it's a little. It can be a little like long. Sometimes, especially for like a minor quest, where it's like. Sometimes you kind of just want, to be given the objective and told to go. Like that one woman with her husband.
Oh, mother have mercy. Not another one. That you came through the village? Because I should have caught you right on the beach and asked what you're doing. And now that you're here, it's a bit late for that.
Oh, okay.
That's just my... What a... The deck? Nah. Dara's always... I can't even... That's a... You... But...
Now I'm helping this man fix a deck.
See?
Okay. My chickens are dead. Don't go kill 10 wolves. Okay. Yeah, I like that. It can be more complex than that, but like that one woman with her husband in the cage. It's like, okay, what happened? Oh, there was a fight with the keepers and and they put him in the cage and they did that and all that, and it's like, oh, okay, but like what happened? It's like, oh, my husband, we camped out and there was this and we had weird dreams, and it's like, oh my god. It's like, just say that like my husband's been acting strange ever since we camped at this location. Oh, okay, I'll go check it out. How many dialogues did that guy just have? Dialogue choices? Yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't wanna read all that. Well, you know what it is? I wouldn't mind reading all that if I wasn't streaming, because what I do in 90% of games when I talk to an NPC is I read the dialogue and then click through. 90% of the time, I don't let the actual dialogue play.
Like it when
Like, I would do this. I don't know what you're talking about, lighthouses.
Why the hell I mean, 2 lighthouses next...
Maybe it's about tradition.
Whatever that...
Like, that's how I would do it. I would just, like, read the dialogue and then skip through. So, having, like, 80,000 lines of dialogue isn't that annoying. But when you read each one, it can be very, very slow. Or let each one play, it's very, very slow.
You need something.
Gotta be a merchant here, right? Oh, a stash. Cool. Are you a merchant? Are you a commander? Who are you?
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like an...
Talk to the quartermaster without opening the front gate. I just got an achievement for that.
Huh. That's surprising. But good. Very good. The name's Fergus. And please, try... Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to... They mean that in times of trouble. That makes me wonder. If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay. However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one. Fortunately for me, this pen only means that I'm to make sure. Anyway, welcome to the... Ninian. I knew the Red Death would take him. Damn shame.
Wait, this was the guy in the tutorial who asked us to kill him because he was
right bringing this back. The Horns look after their own, but now that... Tortured? In the asylum? You can't expect me to take that at face value.
Then don't.
Brother Rialgan said Ninian was too weak to survive the journey. They came for him, and we even held a symbolic keeper's burial for him. And what were you doing in the island asylum? You look fine, but if you were there, near him... I'm sorry this happened to you. Still, you have to understand. Now that you've told me this, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. No risks can be taken when it comes to the Red Death.
It probably would not have been smart to said, oh, I talked to King Arthur and he cured me. Seems stupid.
I just hope the body you took it from was already cold. Because killing a keeper would let... You know, here's what I'm thinking. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end. It's
yeah, okay, fine. Classic quest of collect the dog tags.
You know what? I knew we'd have to deal with this sooner or later. Time isn't exactly on our side. Mahon's condition worsens with each pass. It's hard for me to admit, but no, if you find any clue...
Alright, that's cool. Alright, I'm going to do side quests before I do the main quest, because of course we're going to put off the important stuff. That's how it works. You do the important stuff last. Sewall First Foot.
Hope nothing bad happens today.
Boy,
are you a blacksmith?
The question. Because he's riveting.
Okay, fuck you. He made a pun. The first thing this asshole said to me was a pun, so I'm going to ignore him and just use him as a merchant and never listen to anything he says. He's riveting. Yeah, that's awful. I like how I got into this castle without the gate, having to open the gate.
Whoa, what's happening? In the name of the old mother, what are you... Wait. But we don't just let anybody in, pal. This pin, I can't say, but I remember... Oh, Alva... Oh.
Alright, cool. Got around that. Ooh, you look like you're selfing.
I've just about had it with this bunch of repressed virgins. And who might you be? Oh, do I now? You would be too if you had to deal with those sniveling morons when they're up to something. Don't look at me like that. You don't get as far in life as I have if you can't smell bullshit from a... There's something fishy going on.
Why does everyone want me to do things?
Find out why that slime ball is pretending not... Although I'm Right. There's something going on, you know? Then suddenly I found myself stuck here.
Do you have a shop? I only spoke to you because it looks like you're a shop. Sketchbook. From now on, you can use a sketchbook whenever you want to draw what you see. Oh. You can now use your spyglass to scout distant interests. Oh. Okay. Huh. Well, that's cute.
Welcome, in the name of our eternally reigning Majesty King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Tables. I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the... I also recommend checking the bounty, please. Oh, someone finally... Do you keep... Oh, if you're...
Okay, bounties.
What a nice day.
Rest until morning. Oh, lovely, it's raining. Okay. I see darkness. Okay, so that's the one for the guy who went crazy. Where's the merchants? Where's that thing? That glass foliage. That's that one. Alright, so we'll just head northish and explore. Deer. Oh yeah, this is like the actual fort that I never went through. I'm assuming this is like the enemy fort. Or it's like bandited fort, or like monstery fort, or like this wall here. And I went around it using the beach. Oh yes. I'll fight till I die there. Classic. Classic. It's one of the funniest things that happens in games when enemies like say some sort of like they have some sort of call out and then they immediately eat shit. Where did he even go? Oh, there he is. The sound effects are very crunchy. And the physics, especially with enemy ragdolls, are, I think, silly enough that it makes the combat fairly enjoyable. There's decent feedback. It's not like the best, but it's not bad. Like, my attacks feel like they're actually hitting something. They couldn't hit an elephant at this range, yeah. At this distance, yeah, exactly. The fact that something like that actually happened in real life is real funny. Need to find an alchemy station. I'm picking up a lot of plants. You a hostile? Oh, you are. You're like a bandit man. But you have a name. You're named. You're not just random banditman. Oh shit.
We'll make short work.
Bad. Bad.
You'll regret this. Beg for mercy.
So one thing oh fuck. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. I thought I just fell off the tower. One thing I have noticed that's kind of weird, enemies have resets like MMO characters, like MMO enemies. So this guy's now back at full health, I think. You know, if you've ever played like an MMO like WoW and like a bunch of other WoW-likes in similar games, if you pull an enemy too far away, they reset. They just run back to wherever they were staying, and they regenerate all their health. It's meant to stop you from abusing the AI and like pulling them to guards or pulling them to like, you know, in huge distances away. Oh. Well, fuck, yeah, exactly.
Your road is pay for that. Think that's supposed to work. This is my lucky day.
Open with a sneak attack? I don't know, actually, no, I've never tried that, maybe. Maybe if I fail again.
My lucky day. Your gold belongs to us. More money.
He just fucking healed himself. Oh.
You'll regret this.
I feel like I've said it 1,000 times with games. It always happens with fantasy games too. When I don't like when you get, God, it's annoying when devs give enemies the ability to heal, because it essentially gives them double the hit points or however many hit points they can regenerate. It just makes fights sometimes very long and tedious. Oh fuck, that was stupid.
Your money or your life. This is my lucky day. This is going to hurt.
Just have to do a little dance back and forth. Increases critical chance. Excuse me. Did you actually take the head off of the model? Oh. Oh, that doesn't look right. They didn't actually make like a headless model. They just like made the head just like disappear. Oh, alchemy station. Why is there an alchemy station all the way up here? I thought these were cheese. I literally thought these were two giant wedges of cheese. Got real excited there for a second. I need to upgrade my stamina a little bit, because even though it's useful for dodging, and for the occasional time I want to swing. Oh. Oh. Okay. Again, like generic, like almost like really generic, like killing fantasy bandits, and then suddenly like giant Dark Souls giant chained to a rock.
I'll teach you to respect me.
I'll teach you to respect me. Huh.
You have to do better than that.
Brew 25 potions, Chivo. Yay. Very, very, very Dark Soulsian. It reminds me of the giants from Dark Souls. Dark Souls giants. God, I have so much shit in my download folder right now. I installed Mass Effect 3 and a bunch of mods and a bunch of fixes, and there's so much shit in my download folder. Yeah, look, that's what it reminds me of. I'm not giving up yet, he says as he repeatedly gets fireballs right into his face.
You'll regret this.
You'll never take me alive, said man repeatedly stabbed. I know it's like a picture that's like as old as like the internet of like the "what are you gonna do, stab me" quote from man stabbed. I never know if that's a real picture. Or like, what going to do, stab me? Real? Apparently it was a real thing. Someone took a screenshot of their like local news. This classic. Quote from man stabbed. What are you gonna do? Stab me? Wolves hunting packs arisen. Wonder if they're gonna do any DLC for Dragon's Dogma. It's been a year since the game came out. They could do a really cool DLC for Dragon's Dogma 2. The DLC for Dragon's Dogma 1, Dark Arisen, is great. I kind of liked Dragon's Dogma 2. And I see why people didn't in a lot of ways. It's a weird series. A lot of people don't like the fact that you're like forced into doing certain options and that, you know, you're the weird fast travel system, which yes, it does take time to get used to.
Stay focused.
I liked Bitter Black Isle was amazing, mega dungeon. Yeah, Bitter Black Isle is amazing. Bitter Black Isle is so cool. I think my favorite thing to do on Bitter Black is one of the first times you encounter the Grim Reaper or like Death or whatever the fuck. With the right combination of items and skills, you can actually instantly kill him by making him fall into an abyss and get like 30 levels. It's great. I do it every time. Pigs. Sorry. The Archer 12-shot explosive arrow. Yeah, you get explosive arrows, you get the 12-shot thing where you fire 12 arrows at a time. You use explosive arrows. You use the thing that increases like the force of your attacks, and then you just watch his death falls to his death.
And I'm in the woods. I'm Marg.
Hunter, okay, cool. I say I'm more enjoying just exploring and less talking to people. Oh my god, are we finally over encumbered? I think we're finally over encumbered. Yeah, there we are. There it is, yep. Just gonna steal all this guy's food, all his parsley and potatoes and tomatoes. Wait a minute. How do they have tomatoes? Tomatoes are a New World vegetable, fruit, whatever. I had a fun time with Dragon's Dogma 2. This is clearly Potato Europe, not Tomato Europe. I liked Dragon's Dogma 2. I liked, I still, as much as that game had a lot of issues, I did still like how a lot of the character creation was still there in terms of being able to make your character look, like the character creator was much more robust. Which you could still do a lot of cool stuff with the original game's character creator, and so you could do even more cool things. I liked how also there was a lot of fun, leveling up the different vocations. Ow. I'm going to quickly run back to the castle because there's a stash there. I'm going to start just dumping stuff I don't want to sell, but I don't want to keep on me. Until 5 minutes ago, I was under the impression that there was no encumbrance in this game because I never noticed the encumbrance count, symbol. I never noticed that in the top left or right there. So now I know that I can have a limit. I've got to start dropping stuff off. Oh, there's a fast travel point here I missed. Can we level up in any fire? Yes, we can. Okay. What was the item I wanted to equip? What did I need for that? No. 6 endurance, 6 spirituality. Stamina. Max stamina. Frequent exercise. Damage. Killing enemy restores stamina. Yeah. I'll take that, and then I'll take some of these other ones as well. Alright, let's get rid of some junk. Does magic weigh anything? No. Armor relic. Weapon relic? Is this like crafting, I'm guessing? Increases stamina cost, reduces stamina cost. Some of these items remind me of like consumables from like Souls games. A lot of these, like a lot of throwing items, a lot of like resins. Like these straight up, these are straight up. Even their like little icons straight up so reminiscent of resin from Dark Souls. Like, this one's literally called flame resin. And isn't there Rouge, Bleeder Rogue, I don't, whatever. Isn't that in Dark Souls as well, or in Elden Ring, something like that? But they look very similar, that sort of like weird, a lot of shit that will never be used. Yes. Yeah, like, I'm never gonna use half this shit. What's crafting material? The models look like Elden Ring greases? Yes, they do. They remind me very much of the greases. And look at all like this alchemy stuff. I wonder, like, how much does this weigh and how much... Like, some of this is weightless, so that's good. Do appreciate that some of this stuff just doesn't have any weight. Or has, like, such low weight that it doesn't even matter. I know I learned that already. Cooking for the... Did I? I don't know. Fuck. Did I sell those without learning those? I actually might have. Oh, shit. I'm gonna read all these notes and make sure there's nothing I can learn from them. Okay. Where was that chest? That storage chest? Stash. I like that thorn helmet, but I don't. The magic regeneration would be nice. I'll keep it. And those don't actually those weigh so little. I'll just keep that on me. I'm sure it will eventually catch up, but Shadow Blade, that's what I looted off of that bandit. Does more damage. It's an actual shadowy blade. Look at it. All right, we're at 69 encumbrance. Immediately starts picking up more trash. Well, all this food can be cooked into better food, so that's why I'm taking it. Recipe. Hunter's stew. Cooked vegetables, cooked seafood. Does this still count as night? Is it still all weirdness out? Yeah, it is. Maybe? Oh yeah, it's all weird still. Did I miss something? What the hell is that? When it's nighttime, it's the weirdness comes out. The ancient sort of weird magic of the islands, whatever. And everything gets like harder, I think. It's like nighttime. It's a classic video game thing of nighttime bad. Why am I doing like no damage with this sword?
Not beaten yet.
That's really weird.
You made a big mistake.
Gotta use the skills to use it properly? Maybe? Like that mace I was using, I didn't have the skill to use, but it was still more effective. If I bonked someone in the head with that mace, it did decent damage. I'm gonna have to go get it now. God damn it. Oh, take. I'm gonna be back in 1 second. I am parched and I need a drink. I'm gonna fucking pass out 1 sec. Much better. All right. Doing this for about an hour and have not done a single thing. Haven't completed a single quest. Explored a single dungeon. Just walked around and hit people in the face. For a second, I was like, what the fuck are those? And I'm like, oh, it's a cow. Oh. Ooh. These cows are enormous. What are you? Ow. Grindy low. I mean, cows aren't exactly small. Okay. Alright, so this is a camp. Remember they said that they had like a weird... I wonder if it's like, do I have to sleep here to get a weird dream? Yes. Holy shit. That was so just like shockingly sudden and loud.
Help me. Come closer. Please, just for let I to ease the I need food and you go away.
If given the opportunity, I will kill something, as opposed to helping it. This is clearly a mistake, considering how pathetic this enemy is. But considering how you blew my eardrums out like a minute ago. Four Dweller Bauble. So that was one of the four dwellers. was that I picked up? Was that a consumable? Weapon relic. There's a person to kill over here. I wonder if if there's like a point like you could talk to that guy and you give him the blood and he's like, I'm not evil actually. I am one of the four dwellers. I'm the lore, and then it makes the quest longer and more annoying. Sometimes the simplest solution. The closest distance between 2 points is a straight line into the heart of your enemy. Disgraced nobleman.
Not looking so good now. Don't have your head on a pike.
Beautiful Liliana in the Dungeons of Perversion. The sound of blows echoed through the underground chamber. The restraints left crimson marks on Liliana's alabaster skin, stretched taut over her plump right peaches. Okay. So there's a whole set of those books that are all like... Because that's the second one we've seen. Fantasy porno. So we gotta get up onto this ruin. Yeah, that makes sense. Can we get up on there? Wolves hunting packs arisen. Their kind ill likes fire arisen. We must use fire, yeah. I grant you fire's kiss, or whatever they say when they give you the weapon fire enchant. As one of my pawns leaps headfirst off a cliff into the fucking ocean.
Don't let your guard down.
Outlawed Knight.
Back to your hole, coward. Blow for blow.
It's a shame that the Outlawed Knights Made it illegal. Or how in Dragon's Dogma, whenever you try to get like a pawn, you get a pawn from like the extra pawns from like other players, and like every single one of them is wearing like the fucking underwear and nothing else.
You'll fall to my sword. Ah, that's all you've got. I'll strike you down. This is my lucky day. I will be your downfall. You're no match for our man. You made a big mistake.
That, or no one has built them properly. Do mages come with 6 weapon buffs and fuck all else? Yeah. That's why I always made it so that my pawn was always the mage. I always had a pocket mage with me. Whenever I played Dragon's Dogma, someone who could, I made them do like, I made them have heal, at least they have them have a heal, at least a single buff, and then some damage and other support stuff like a cleanse. Cleanse was really useful. And then I just have to like fill out my team with whatever else I need. Usually getting like a big heavy like two-hander person, or like a sword and board. And then I was, my character, my Arisen was like whatever the fuck I felt like playing. Which in Dragon's Dogma 2, it was mostly Thief. I really liked being able to use that ability that made it so that that essentially gave you like auto dodge. That made fights so fucking broken. You could toggle that on with proper like buffs to like your stamina. You toggle that on and you are just essentially invulnerable, and you just keep attacking. You take a second to get out and regen your stamina, and then you go back in. Oh hell, here's the bounty. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh fuck. Fucker. Digestion tincture. Aromatic remedy. Got so many of these like weak potions. Small pots. Don't you fucking reset, you son of a bitch. Mystic Spearhand for me when I played it? I don't even remember. Was that a new one from DD2? I remember not particularly caring for any of the DD2 vocation, like the special ones. Oh, okay, no, Mystic Spearhand was okay. I remember that now. I tried it a little bit, but I always just went back to Thief. I'm a sucker for thieves in video games. I'm a sucker for mages, or good thief / rogue. First is my primary. If a game has a good thief / rogue system, I want that, and then it's mage after that. which makes me wonder if I wonder how good the sneaky stealth is in this game. I wonder if it would be too late to pivot.
This is going to hurt. Oh, show me what.
Oh
Not
fuck.
beaten yet. Oh my. I'm not giving up yet.
Mystic Knight and DD1, and yeah, okay, I remember, yeah, Mystic Knight and from 1, and then... Yes, I remember that now. Fishing rod, great. I despise video game fishing. I've made it clear all the time. Fishing is fucking boring in video games. Fishing in real life, I've never gone, but I know people who have, and I can see the appeal. In real life, fishing is like, can be a relaxing and enjoyable time out with friends and family. In video games, it's sitting and staring at virtual water and then clicking a button. Get torn between Wizard and Eldritch Knight builds. I don't know if it's like the same, but I like the I like spell blades, battle mages, that sort of thing too. Cabbage rolls. Oh, cabbage rolls. Cabbage rolls are so good. I love me some cabbage rolls. Cabbage rolls are really good. Kind of the same thing like DKs from WoW sort of thing. Oh, okay. Yeah. I always liked the idea of playing a Death Knight, but I never actually got good enough at one to you know, get good at it, so. Magic. My grandmother makes cabbage rolls, and they're very, very good. The only thing about that is, I don't know if you know if boiled cabbage stinks like shit. Boiled cabbage reeks, but the cabbage roll themselves is really good.
Really? You fought bandits and killed them? Again? You managed to kill Rusty Argo? Well, but it was...
Alright, cool. Give me the money.
That's the con... Oh. Go. Go try...
Sweet. Did I turn them all in? No, I have to turn all of these in at the same time. Or like individually.
If we made... Oh,
Oh, I guess maybe turn like 5 in at a time or something.
Go chop off.
It looks like it. You were a chef for 13 years, all familiar, all too familiar? Yeah. Like it's good. Like a cabbage roll is delicious. It's so filling and it's very a very satisfying sort of like home cooked comfort meal. But like boiled cabbage is just fucking disgusting smelling.
I like it.
It just smells like sour, gross fucking socks. Okay, so I did just say I wonder if like Tainted Grail rogue build. I wonder if there's like a good rogue build. Let's take a look at the talent tree and let's see what. So here's the thing: is that I'm really bad at making builds in video games. If you asked me to like, here is a character in a game, you have like 50 skill points to put in, make a build that is good for like, you know, whatever, make a bleed build. I would put all the points in what I think from my own just experience of the game and from reading the descriptions, what would be good. And then if you compared that to like a really good top of the line bleed build, it would look like two completely different builds. Attack speed increased, so that's 2 for each point. Just the time it takes to change weapons. Parry. Alright, there's a parry ability. Daggers, stealth, critical hits. Crit chance. Maybe I'll think about it. I'll think about maybe that's something I do offline. I look into builds and see what I can mess around with. So I'll just continue down the mage build for now. Mage who has a stick in their other hand. That's the build so far. What kind of rig are you running this on? This game, is this game quite demanding? I'm 90% certain this game is not very demanding. Here, I will double check. I think it requires. I did look at the tech requirements, the hardware requirements. Recommended, it says and it's ultra setting, 60 FPS, full HD. It says it needs a 2070 Super, or equivalent, I'm guessing. And 16 gigabytes of RAM, and a i7 13 Gen. How much RAM is this thing actually using at the moment? It's not using that much RAM. Like, I'm looking at Task Manager, it's using like 4 to 5 gigs. It's using about 80% of my GPU. I'm just looking at something. Oh, yeah. Is that your stats, or are you reading my own stats back to me? Because that's what I have. So I'm assuming that's what you... Unless it's very coincidental. No, mine? Oh, okay. That's like essentially mine. I have a 2070. I have 2070. I have a 4070. 4070. I don't know if it's. I don't remember if it's a TI or if it's something different, or if it's like one of like the slightly different versions. No, I have a 4070 Ti according to my own what I wrote down. Something I did upgrade recently. Something stupid, but I feel like necessary for some of the things I play. I bought another 32 gigabytes of RAM. I have now 64 gigabytes of RAM on this PC. And you might think, that's crazy. That's a bit overkill. And I would say it is a little overkill for most things. But occasionally I run, more than occasionally, on several times I have run very, very big, very, very RAM-dependent mod packs. And having more RAM is just better for that sort of thing. So there was that one. This is the part where you run away. There's another bandit. That's another bandit. That's the house that one crazy lady in the bar wants me to clear. That's a bear. Ow. Ow. Dodge, dodge, dodge. There we go. I like how you kill the bear, you get the bestiary entry for the bear. And what is it going to say? Oh, it's a fucking bear. What do you expect? Look how many bandits there are. I think we'll take that on in a minute. We're gonna go do the creepy house instead. Oh, yo, look, that's like almost Roman. Like, look. Well, if it feels very out of place, if it's supposed to be like, this is supposed to be Britain, like fantasy Britain equivalent. So maybe there were some equivalent of like a Roman-esque time. But to be fair, we haven't heard anything like that yet, so. Druidic Shrine. It's a second piece of that armor set. I'm gonna take all of their food. I like how the way that you get money for like identifying the bandits is you turn in a piece of their branded skin. You're cutting off their flesh to turn in. No, stop drinking potions, you fucker. Oh wow, actual like knight's armor. Alright, that was a nice simple quest. So we'll head down to this beach area and see what it is, and then head back to turn in this quest. This game's lucky I like exploring castle ruins. Some of this aesthetic of this game with all like the all of like the dead people and like the degrading, rotting, like just stuff everywhere reminds me a little bit of Path of Exile. The sort of opening areas of Path of Exile have a similar kind of feeling of like you wash up on a beach and it's all musty and gross and you're fighting like bloated corpses of zombie corpses and stuff like that, and there's a lot of like dilapidated structures and you know, bodies. Similar feeling. Ambergris amulet. Huh. One of the exploding monsters. Thunderous Great Bow. Fully drawn bows cost 15 mana when hitting enemies, dealing an additional 30 damage in an area. That's cool. Bow draw speed increased by 10%. It feels like you could make a crazy archer build in this game. I wonder if you made an archer build, if you added stealth to it, would it work in this game? I feel like the stealth archer is like... oh, fuck. This is the good cheese. One arrow takes all the stam bar, yeah. I think it might be because it's a great bow. Also, my character is a wimp. Ow. Oh, it's a dungeon. Saywall's tomb. That sound effect of that ice attack that this guy just used, I swear to God, is the same sound effect from that the ice spike spell in Legend of Grimwald 2 uses. Which I know doesn't mean anything to anyone because nobody's played Legend of Grimwald. Grimwald. No one's played Legend of Grimrock, so meaningless. What is this, like, spooky Lovecraft gate here on this rock? It's like very, very eldritch looking. Who you?
Oh, a wanderer in the sunken village.
I did try and poke it, wanted to like it, but it wasn't for me. I love Grimrock. Grimrock 1 and 2 are so good, and it's a shame that that dev I don't think exists anymore or isn't going to make another game like that.
Monsters? I think it's sad. They were given.
Alright.
It's the sometimes.
Would you do what? Who are you? Just myself.
I understand. I see you. You can come keep me company whenever.
Broken gong. It's a quest item or something. Ah. Knock something over on my desk. Oh. We will make more health pots. Uh-oh, it's almost nighttime. It's gonna get weird. Let's go back to that lady. Tell her I cleared out the place she wants as a house, because of course.
Oh, there you are. Look, darling, it's the lovely mercenary I hired to clear out that seaside estate I told you about.
You did what?
Well, you told me to deal with it, so I did. You didn't expect me to just sit on my hands while surrounded by unwashed fishermen, did you?
How rude.
Look, I'm sorry about my wife. Whatever she told you to do, forget about it. I'll pay you for your trouble.
Your wife was very insistent.
Trust me, I can imagine. Unfortunately, she often gets lost in her enthusiasm.
Hi again, weird boob lady. Hey.
At least I wasn't planning on staying here any longer than necessary. We have no need for an estate.
Well, that's your opinion. One I simply do not share. You have? Oh, that's wonderful. I can start planning the welcoming
Now you have an
banquet.
opportunity. Now you have a
I'm
house,
thinking sea foam made of spun silver, dancers dressed as alluring sea creatures.
And who are you going to invite, The crabs? None of your friends from Camelot are going to come all this way just to have dinner, are they?
Dear gods, Duncan. You're so plebeian. Of course they will come. Besides, there must be some important people here. Weren't you just talking with them? You can invite them too.
Good luck with that. Are you sure that place is safe now?
Yeah, you have to go through a village filled with zombies.
That doesn't exactly build confidence.
Oh, nonsense, Duncan. Why must you always be so malcontent? Try looking on the bright
So
side every once in a while, will
malcontent.
you?
Oh,
I,
how.
for one, am simply ecstatic to start decorating our new nest. Trust me, when it comes to home decor, my taste. Now, Duncan. Oh, and do truly.
All right, cool. What a quest. Never heard the word plebeian pronounced that way. Plebeian is a legitimate way to pronounce that. Plebeian. I've heard it both ways. The giant. Let's go kill a giant. Let's rest first. Let's bonfire. Oh wait, the other lady people. Where was it? I see darkness. Where's this? he better or is he dead?
Oh, it's you. Did you hear? The keeper was cured. A while ago, one of Fergus's men came by and told us, and that's the only reason. He just sits there, staring.
Oh, so he's like dead.
I've been what he's not in. I wish you. Since that, I can't. I won't ask you to end his act. I'll take care of him for as long as.
Oh.
What? No, I know you they said, but this.
Okay, never mind then. I knew it. It was gonna be like, oh, you actually did the wrong thing. You weren't supposed to kill the weird monster. Oh no. Of course. Oh, it's a subversion. The loud monster that fucking screams in your ear was actually not bad or something. And it's like, uh-huh. What a subversion. Yeah, but loot, yeah. Oh yeah, I could talk to oh my god, there's a lot of dialogue with Artur.
Seawolf. He was the first to set foot on Avalon, not me. He decided that if anything were to attack us in this strange land, he would shield me and take the first blow himself. I remember loyalty. A fierce, unwavering loyalty. To me and to Avalon. He must have been someone I trusted deeply. Perhaps as we move forward, for now.
Was this gong already here in your time?
Perhaps. It seems familiar. Something lingers beyond this gate. So we'll find it. I suppose it wasn't. The markings on the stone resemble the work of the Four-Dwellers. In my time, yet, I met some people
Most of them were
who
picked.
and so I remember that the royal geographers came to be. My favorite band of adventurers. True pathfinders. Avalon owes them a great debt. I suppose it has. A pity it has become a... But do not worry, my friend.
Alright.
We had barely laid the foundations of Tintagel when Seawolf and his men had already built a lighthouse, eager to guide our ships to them. He always had a... Of course, it helped that he took every sailor from the homelands with him, along with a handful of knights, so they could learn from one another. And thus, I decreed that every sworn keeper would stand as an equal to a knight of the Round Table. I doubt they still honor that law. But I am glad to see the keepers grown. In my time, there was only a lighthouse and barracks.
Okay. Talk to fucking King Arthur. Giant Space Marine King Arthur as a, as like your fucking Melina. I offer you an accord. How long until it gets revealed as a demon or some shit? Well, that's what I'm curious, is that, is the game gonna do... Is it gonna be a subversion? Like, oh, King Arthur's actually bad. Is it going to be a double subversion? King Arthur's actually bad, but no, he's actually good. Like that, there's people who think he's the source of all the problems, but that he's actually not. There's some greater evil or something, or whatever. I'm curious how the game's gonna run with this. Betting a $5 he's bad right now. I kind of hope that like they don't do that. I don't know this world, this setting, so I can't say if there's any like pre-existing lore about whether or not he's good, bad, whatever. I kind of just, I don't know. I'm in a world with so much fucking media that is nothing but like tropes subverted. When someone plays it straight and just goes, the thing is what it is, it can be very refreshing. When it's just straight up, yeah, he's the good guy. Yeah, he's the bad guy. That's very just refreshing instead of this constant like, oh, you thought X was X, but X is actually Y. Oh. Aren't you impressed? Isn't that impressive? No, it's not. It's actually fucking annoying. I've gotten so used to seeing that bloody tired trope that I've grown to expect it out of the gate. Well, I feel like it's a lot of these writers, it's like a lot of writers. I'm not criticizing this game for it because I don't know yet if it's like a thing. But like a lot of these writers just like they do it just, I don't know, like instinctively almost. This staff gives me 10% more magic power. I'm going to use it. Well, as I was saying, these writers are very like, just like they can't do anything well, so they just do their own like, oh, subversion. Ah, it's a subversion. Aren't you subverted? Isn't it clever that I said it was going to be X, but it was actually Y? And it's like, no, you've done it. You've seen it done 1,000 times. Unimaginative? Yeah, that would be one way to put them. I'd say that too. Still like loaded with shit. I've got so much crap on me. I'm gonna try to kill this one bandit over here. Like a subversion in a game or in any sort of media, subverting what you expect, like subverting what the audience would expect can be done very well. It can be interesting. But like the act of subversion in and of itself is not interesting. Just because you presented something as A and then it turns out it's B and that's it. It's like, okay, so what? Like you didn't do anything like interesting out of that. Stagfather Shrine. Oh, Jesus! I'm definitely not going to kill these weird deer in this amount of time. Oh, this guy is a giant. Look at him. He's huge. Big boy. Feels very unearned taking a concept. Holy shit. Yeah, it does just feel unearned. Like it's just because, like, I don't know. And it's not, and maybe it's not like it's not difficult to put into words, but I think it's difficult to understand why it's so just like uninteresting as a concept of just like the basic subversion with nothing behind it. It's just like, yeah, so what? You know? And I do think it's a case of yeah, so you turn it on its head and you expect a pat on the back for that, and it's like it becomes predictable, yeah. And I think it's that's the thing too, is that there is oftentimes when they do that sort of stuff, there's very little subtlety. It's like the subversion is sometimes so like blatant and so like clear, where it's like there'll be something that is like traditionally like accepted as being like okay, you have a character who is like a traditional like coded as like a, or like, you know, troped as like the hero, as the protagonist, and then they end up turning out bad or evil, and it's like it's done in such a way that it's so on the nose. There's no like expectation. Like when it happens, you go, yeah, I saw that from the very beginning, because you have no fucking talent. Like you just completely flipped it on its head, and you didn't do anything with that. You just like, or like it was so blatant. Jake Skywalker, yeah, like the fucking. That movie was so disappointing in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars, especially that one. Like, that guy just fucking. Giant sword. Like, it's amazing how one director single-handedly like annihilated so much of Star Wars. And like for some reason no one decided to like, you would think that like, okay, you're Disney, you spent an unimaginably large amount of money purchasing one of the most popular and well-known series in all of like human history. You purchased it for an amount of money that is like, it's difficult to even imagine that number. You know, it's such an insane amount. What do you do with your movie series? Do you A, plan it out meticulously and go, okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna set this out and make it sure that we have a roadmap, a game plan, you know, a blueprint, whatever you want to call it, and that's what we're gonna follow to make this story? Or do you B, just hand it off to like a guy who just kind of leaves a bunch of like empty, you know, leaves a bunch of shit, like just leave it to a guy to remake the first film and then just leave out a bunch of like loose ends for whoever the fuck comes afterwards to deal with, and then do you let that guy just have free reign to just destroy everything? What if the guy who risked his life repeatedly believing that there was an ounce of good in his dad just kind of stopped giving a shit about that major character trait? Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. I remember I saw that movie with a bunch of friends, with a group of 3 friends. It was the 4 of us. And I remember that scene where the first scene where he tosses the lightsaber. It felt like it was one of those things where I didn't laugh. I kind of felt like uncomfortable. I went like, wait, that doesn't seem right. Why is that? Like, it feels so weird. Especially considering that I had rewatched The Force Awakens previously, and you know that ending scene in The Force Awakens, it's like there's dramatic music and she's handing him the lightsaber and everything, and then it cuts. You cut it to that, and you go. He just like tosses it like it's nothing. It means nothing to him, and you go, wait, that doesn't feel right. It's hard to explain it, but it just doesn't feel right. Yeah, when I got to the part where he considered Ben, I just fucking walked out. See, there were 2 moments in that movie when I was watching it that I felt like walking out. The first is when Leia Mary Poppins back into the ship after being like fucking spaced. I was like, oh my god, I was so like, why would you do this? It's so stupid. And it looks retarded. That was the first one. And then the second one, the second part that I almost walked out of the theater was the hyperspace ram, the hyperspace kamikaze. Because I didn't walk. Now the only reason I didn't walk out in either of these moments is because I was with a group of friends. Like it was the 4 of us. We were having a night out. You know, I wasn't just gonna leave them, you know, and walk out and like wait in the hallway or something like that, or go home. The whole thing is we were having a night out. But like I remember saying out loud in the theater, not like yelling it or anything, but like saying, when that hyperspace kamikaze part happened, I just said, oh, fuck off to myself. Like, just, oh, fuck off. Like, you come on. Oh, ogres. I fought one of these guys before. It's not that bad. He says. I mean, he's going to get his ass handed to him. Vulnerable against ice? Not really. I think this ice is my strongest spell I have. Hailstone, hailstone. I wonder if you can like combine these spells, like glue them together to make them powerful. Spell crafting. I like how they tried to rectify it by saying it was a 1 in a million chance of success, meaning the purple-haired lady was just a coward and she tried to flee and it fucking missed. Well, yeah, but also like it's clearly, well, the thing is that was a different director. That was back to J.J. Abrams, so that he didn't mind fucking up the previous movie because it wasn't his. But like, it's just so dumb. And the thing is that the reason why they even had to have a line like that in the other one was because it makes a giant hole in like the consistency of that entire lore. Fix it in post, fix it in post, yeah. The reason is that like if that is something that can happen with any sort of frequency, being able to use a spaceship to hyperspace and like go to hyperspeed, hyperspace, and to kamikaze and just oh, look at this. Crafting, upgrade, +1. Oh, okay. Attach relic. Armor weight reduction. Okay, this is cool. The reason why is that if you could hyperspace into everything and just like destroy everything, why would you need a Death Star? Why wouldn't you just like put like a hyperdrive on like an asteroid? You know, like why wouldn't you just put a hyperdrive on an asteroid? Why wouldn't you just put a hyperdrive on a moon and just fly it into things if it just annihilates everything? You know, what would be the point of like a ship like of like fucking the Death Star or anything? Stuff like, you know, it would be stuff like a Star Destroyer would be a giant walking target because you could put a fucking you could get a fucking X-Wing and just fly it in at hyperspeed to just blow it up. Enjoying people like EFAP ripping it to shreds. Yeah, it's like I Thing is yeah, it's easy to rip it to shreds. I appreciate things like that too. Just like, you know, put a robot in a ship, press forward, and watch the fireworks. Exactly. You. Yeah, and that stuff is dumb and stupid and poorly thought out and just like not good in terms of how it affects the world. But the bigger issues with those movies are the character moments, like the fucking up the characters, just making stuff like, what is this? Increases crit chance by 3. Magic by 5. Okay, so we're like on the other side of the beach that we started in. I think that's the statue of King... Yeah, okay, I remember where we are. That's the statue of King Arthur that one guy was mining. Half of them aren't even characters, just objects to move the plot along. Like, if you want to be, you know, if you want it to be extraordinarily reductive, you could argue that every character in everything is just an object to move the plot along. But, of course, that's, like, reducing it to, like, you know, that's, like, the equivalent of saying, like, things in video games are just stuff to do, where it's like, yeah, technically you're right, but it's like, it's so meaningless of, like, a observation that it's useless to even say it. But, like, I get what you mean. It's like... There's just so much stupid stuff in that movie, too. It makes me think of the one moment where it's like the final stand where Finn is gonna drive into the giant laser gun. Kaelin the Wolf Rider. He's gonna drive into the giant laser gun. Lair of the Beast. Oh, it's fucking Caradoc. Hey, what's up? Hey, how's it going, mate? Haven't seen you for a while. Context that exists to purely exploit stuff or have an item to hand over, yeah. But, like, there's the one scene where, like, okay, Finn's gonna sacrifice himself to destroy the giant laser gun that's gonna blow up the base and all the rebellion. And then... what's-her-fucking-face flies into him to knock him out of the way, and then she gives some stupid, retarded, contrite message about how the way we're gonna win is not by destroying what we hate, but by protecting what we love. And then you see the giant laser annihilate the base, which holds the last of the resistance. And it's like... Are you doing this as is this a joke? Are you trying to make it because if you wanted to play that as if like almost like parody, it would work. You know, we're gonna protect what we love, and then what you love is being annihilated in the background. You remember the best? You mean the best soldier in the First Order? It's Rose Tico. Oh man. Oh god, I remember the casino plan. Oh my god, yeah, that entire plot line that is so pointless. Of there being the fucking casino planet, like, oh man. And like they have it like set up. It's like a weird slow motion fucking space chase. And, like, it's so slow and dumb that, like, our heroes have, like, all this time to fly around the galaxy while this is going on. Oh, it's so stupid.
So you did find something in the island asylum, and you brought it back to the mainland. You could have told me, and yet you decided to lie. Have you already forgotten how you were rotting in a cell that reeked of blood, waiting for the priests to turn you inside out? And have you also forgotten who it was exactly who got you out of that cell?
Yeah, dude.
If it weren't for me, you'd be nothing but a brain in a jar by now. But I don't blame you. There are no hard feelings on my end. Our king always was a master at manipulation, and he did heal you of the Red Death. You don't remember? I didn't have to figure anything out. He saved you when the monster attacked us at
Billionaires and capitalism bad, said
Arthur,
Disney.
can you
I
hear
don't even know. It's like, was that what he was trying to say? Was it something as like trite and overdone as capitalism bad? Or was it like because there was also like the weird plot point of like, oh, both sides buy guns from these people, and it's like, okay, what point are you trying to make? I don't know.
No, that's your job. You can decide to help me, you can decide to help him. At this point, it doesn't even matter, since we're both after the same thing. I'm sure he wants to regain his power, and I want to destroy every single piece of his soul. Either way, you'll be helping us both. Now, it was nice talking to you, but I can't stay here all day. I'll be keeping a close watch over your journey.
Okay, bye.
We'll meet again.
Now, let's not go into that creepy layer of the beast. It did have a pretty strong feeling of rich people are evil because they financially gain off the suffering of others. It's like, yeah, I could see that. Like, okay, they're exploiting both sides of the conflict and just there's suffering because of that. Okay, fine. My question is, like, why is this in a Star Wars film? You know, like... You know, I'm not saying that, like, Star Wars can't have, like, more sort of complex morality. But, like... one of the things that I think the expanded universe of Star Wars does well at was allowing exploration of sort of more, like, different parts of the universe, different ideas about the politics and the philosophy of the universe. And the main stories are, like, going as far back as the original, they're pretty clear-cut, for the most part, like good versus evil stories. And again, going back to like the previous thing of subversion being an annoying trope that is done so consistently and so poorly that it becomes annoying as to watch media that include it. Another trope is the like lack of like just make it so that there's good people and bad people. Like, don't try to do this gray stuff because you can't. Because the people who try to do it, they're very bad at trying to make things seem morally gray. You know, like, the Empire is evil. The what's it called? The rebellion is not. Starborn egg. You know. The Empire's evil. They're weird stormtroopers. They got a guy in a black suit with a red sword, space sword. They're, you know, he fucking strangles a guy and throws him against the wall. You know. How do you demonstrate the Empire's evil? They fucking destroy an entire planet. You know. There's no, like, navel gazing about whether or not it's like, oh, is the rebellion bad too? Oh.
I'm not beat.
Someone's shooting arrows at me, but they're not hitting.
You're no match for our band.
I will be your downfall. I'll get you back tenfold.
It's getting weird again. What was that? Oh, it's just like the yellow from the weirdness. They're all like fucked up at night. Plain and identified item. I think that's the first unidentified item I found. Yeah, I will say that that talk about complaining about Star Wars or complaining about stuff in general always seems to give me a little bit of revitalization. I feel like I feel a little less tired after that. Just let me start going into a rant about Star Wars or about Bethesda, you know, either Elder Scrolls or Fallout. Oh, another druidic shrine. It's cathartic, isn't it? Yeah. Amulet of the Waning Moon. Ooh, that is significantly better. Holy shit. 10% magic, spell power, magical critical chance, and mana. Yes, please. Is there a way to, like... I hope there's, like, a way to, like, save or, like, favorite items. My favorite thing is accidentally selling my, like, Infinity Sword +1. Yeah, all these druidic shrines, you give them, like, a sacrifice of, like, animal flesh, and they give you a buff, and then they've been giving me these items from different, like, of sets. Like here, Breaches of the Waning Moon. And then I've got the breeches, I've got the boots, and I've got the gloves, or wraps. So I'm assuming there's probably at least 2 more shrines. One for, at least 2 more probably for the chest piece and the head. And then maybe a cloak, and maybe even like some sort of staff or weapon. It's funny, I said like half an hour, 40 minutes ago, oh, maybe I'll switch builds to non-magic, you know, and then now the game's like just tossing me magic stuff. Like, no, don't change, please. Okay, so we're back at the ogre, the thing I fought the ogre in. There's all that area. I didn't 100% explore that village, but I don't think there's anything that interesting there. Second character time? Maybe I will. I'll do offline. Maybe I'll do my own. If I get a little impatient of waiting to stream it, I'll maybe run a second character and go through as a like a sneaky rogue run. Is there a fast travel point nearby? Yeah, kind of. There's one more bandit, named bandit, that I want to see if I can fight. I'm a little better prepared than I was before. Maybe I can deal with them now. Oh, there's a fast travel point here. I didn't unlock it. Oh, fuck. Now I remember why. There were a lot of baddies here. Like a lot. So let me equip some. 75, 25. Ow. I don't know why the game slowed down there. Where'd this wolf come from? Please. Please. Oh. God. We have to do what is best, which is cheese. Locating the nearest rock. There we go. No, I did get another spell. I picked up a spell and I forgot to try it. Flame Torrent. Blasts all enemies in melee range. Creates a stream. Well, let's try it out. Alright, so it's your flame spell from Skyrim. More camembert, yeah, really. It's not, doesn't have a great range, but it does more damage. Weakening miasma. Decent damage on the spray, yeah. I tried a veteran speedrun. Oh. That's not bad. That's not bad either. The worldly wax. Your first speed run of anything, and right now I'm probably the fastest unofficially. That's neat. Never been one for speed running. I don't got the right mindset for that. I'm like, I don't know if I could ever fight my urge to loot every single container that exists. Thunderlash. Oh, that's a spell. Light cast. Shoots a medium lightning shock. Shoots a great lightning shot. Jumping between up to 5 enemies. Okay. Did feel like for a while I hadn't found any new magic, so it's nice to find a couple so quickly. Alright, so this is the bandit we actually have to kill. Let's see how the range on this is. Autofill, mana pot, other pot. Oh, she healed, didn't she? This does a decent chunk of damage. Oh shit, this does even more. Just hitting this. That was even better. Well, if I wanted to switch to a rogue build, I think I just picked up some like good rogue gear. Assassin's Tunic. Sneak attack damage by 10%. Sneak attack damage by 5. Sneak by 5. Sneak by 5. Sneak by 5. There's the rogue build, yeah. Saw an Asmongold video of him rage quitting because it was too hard. Probably inspired you to prove him wrong. See, I'll never say that a game is too hard. What I'll say is I'll obfuscate instead, and I'll say that a game is bullshit. There's almost certainly footage of me saying that a game is too hard, so I know that I'm just as... Oh, fuck, that spell's so good. It's like a point blank, like just a... It's like a... Oh god, what's the... It's a, yeah, point blank AoE. I was thinking of what the Final Fantasy XIV term was. Back in the words of Palpatine, do it. You know, it's so funny. I used to have do it on my fucking soundboard, the Palpatine do it. I don't have it anymore. I removed it. That's so cool. And now another spell. Now I'm just getting spells. Is this the same one as this one? No. Flame Torrent, Scorching Blaze. Shoots a large burning projectile which explodes on impact. Shoots a large homing burning projectile. Okay, so this is a fireball. This is your classic fireball. See, I don't think I can... How does the magic work? Can I not, like, use it at all, or... No, you can't even use the... Can't even use it. Maybe I don't even have enough mana for it, possibly. Yeah, I don't. Oh, almost fell. It was funny, I felt like I hadn't gotten any good mage stuff, and now it's just starting to, like, fall together. Rogue steps, more rogue gear. Dash speed by 30%. Eh. Now, you know what I want to do? I want to try to find... There's two more... Or probably, there's more of those... I want to find more of those druidic shrines, because they've been giving me that good magic gear. I want to see if there's more of those, because I'm assuming there's a set. Because otherwise I would be very disappointed. Oh, fuck. Oh. Nothing disappoints me more in a game when there's not a full set for items. God. I remember playing like old WoW. Like old sort of like vanilla Burning Crusade, Lich King WoW. And like, it's like, oh, you find like 2 pieces of gear and that's it. And that's the set. And there's nothing else. Good luck. Or like the set, oh god, one of the things that Vanilla WoW did all the time was like a set that the first piece you would get at level 10, and then the next piece you would get at like, or like the first piece you would get at level 10, and the final piece of the set you needed to be level like 25 to wear, meaning it would be absolutely useless. Because, or like at that point, like the level 10 item is just worthless. New Druidic, oh, Druidic Shrine. What did I get? Cowl of the Waning Moon. Okay, that's just better for me. Mana regen by 1, mana regen. Yeah. Thorn Helmet gets put away finally, because look how cool that looks too. That looks awesome. I tried WoW Classic WoW Remake. Never experienced such a toxic player base in my life. It's because the vast majority of people who are playing that are people who have played back in like 2004 or 2005 or whenever it came out. And so it's like, these are people who've been playing this game for like 20 years and they demand that everyone be on the same fucking page as them. It's weird now. All new sets are in parts of 5 and shoes don't exist. I'm gonna sweep this bank. Actually, I'll sweep. It's gotta be like 1 or 2 more, because I'm just missing the chess piece. I wonder, is there like an actual set bonus, or is it just like... I love it. My character can't see anymore, but it looks so cool. So I think we're no longer on heavy. We're on medium. You can see here we were at medium, so we're moving a little faster. And I think we now have 3 dashes before we run out of dashes, which is going to be useful. It's another shrine to the Stag Father where you have to kill like the ghost stags or whatever. I'm not going to be able to do this. Out of mana. Where'd the other ones go? Where'd the other ones even go? I didn't see where the other one went. Can you not do it again? Is it a one-time go? Is there like a cooldown? God, if that's like a one-time only, that would suck. It's gotta be like a cooldown. You probably have to like wait like an in-game day. At least I would hope so. Deserted settlement. Are you hostile? Hello? 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 Hello?
You look like a worldly, well-travelled person. I'm not wrong, am I? Of course I'm not. Tell me, would you be interested in some incredibly rare, mysterious, and precious
I don't trust
items?
this man. He's dressed up like that one asshole from Baldur's Gate. The Bard. Whatever the fuck his name was. Baldur's Gate asshole Bard. I have to specify 3. What's his fucking name? Volo, that's it. PG3 Volo. Yeah, Volvo.
Then let me introduce you to a one-of-a-kind collection of Arthurian relics. I assure you, you won't see anything like this anywhere else on Avalon. Here's an authentic Four Dweller's tooth. And look, a bone from Sir Galahad's little finger. And over here, a fragment of
Bastard
a
nicked
footwear
my bloody eye.
worn
You shouldn't
by
have let him
King
stab
Arthur
you in the
himself,
eye.
along with many other riches.
Okay, are you just like a shop man? So I'm guessing this guy is selling like fake relics. Boar's Mightstone. Four Dweller's Tooth. Galahad's Bone. Gwenfyar's Left Glove. Hair of Lancelot's Horse. King Arthur's Foot Wrap. Scale from the Green Knight's Armor. Splint from Merlin's Staff. I wonder if like one of these is like one of these like a legit and the rest are all fakes kind of thing. Sell gold rings. You fell for the idea in BG3 that the time is actually of the essence. I've said it before, I don't like when games present fake time pressure because there's such a strong... I know I hate that term. I know people don't like it, and I get why. I don't like the ludonarrative dissonance, but there is such a dissonance when the game, when every character and every event and everything is telling you that you have to get this done right fucking now. We're running out of time. You know, you're going to die. And then nothing actually happens. That's kind of dumb. It just feels so bad. This guy's like clearly a scammer, but okay, let's go back, explore this area. That's exactly what I did. I missed so much shit on my first playthrough. Act 2 was ball-crushingly difficult, and Act 3 made no sense whatsoever. Wow, that's a really unfortunate way to play BG3. And it is kind of the game's fault. You know, the game, narratively, the game, like, hangs it on your head that, like, you're gonna die if you don't. Robbie from Grubwood. It's just like you and me, the man of the best. Friends of the poor and downtrodden. You show pompous fools where they belong. We're going to Robbie. Good. I should try to take my eyeball. What a... Venison stew. Onion bun. Venison stew. Ginger stew. Mashed potatoes. But, yeah, BG3 is like... It's funny, because back in December, I actually tried to replay that game, and I found myself really not having any fun. I stopped playing. It's a shame. It's like, I don't know, I just found like, oh, Druid Shrine. Ow. Yo, Robes of the Waning Moon. Taking damage restores 5 mana. Yo, we look so cool now. We've just turned into a druid. Third person. The game was not originally designed for third-person perspective. This feature was added as an accessibility option. Is not intended to be highly polished. Oh, okay. I just wanted to see my character a little bit.
We may be in for a fight.
All right, I gotta be close for this thing to work.
I'll strike you down.
BG3 is like work. Yeah, there's good to Baldur's Gate 3, but like my big issue is that I found myself never really caring about the story. I liked the characters. I liked some of the interactions you would have. Certain quests and areas were interesting, but like the overall story, I just didn't particularly care for. I didn't find like mind flayers that interesting. I don't like a lot of that stuff just didn't really interest me, and like the reveal of like what's going on later on in the game, it's just like, I kind of don't care. I just don't like. It's not even that it's bad. It's just I just didn't care. It just didn't grab me in. I would have preferred a more traditional, like, I don't know, just like defeat the big bad kind of game. But you know, the whole like you got the thing in your head and the and like
Master favors me. Open this and release me. I'm Nest of the Ultra Clan.
I like fantasy, not sci-fi Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, that's the thing, is that like I think for a lot of people, like that's just a part of Dungeons and Dragons. Like Dungeons and Dragons has a lot of like sci-fi-esque elements in it, science fantasy elements, dungeon punk elements kind of thing. Like, you know, the weird fucking like, yo, the dragon people from other dimensions and the fucking spaceship, the squid people with like trans-dimensional spaceships and all that sort of stuff, and like I can understand why some people, and it does happen to me too, where it kind of feels like it clashes, where like you're fighting with like swords and shields and stuff, and in like medieval city, medieval town, and then like fighting goblins and shit, and then suddenly it's like you're on a space, fucking giant space thing fighting squid people. The early game is a slog and overall way too long. Good with friends on subsequent playthroughs. Prefer Divinity 2. I should maybe give Divinity 2 another try. I remember I finished that game. I did like it. I will say that one thing I remember about Divinity that eventually kind of annoyed me was the amount of reactions in that game got annoying. Like, where it's like, oh, you put oil and it exploded, or the gas exploded and it turned into fire and then into ice, and sometimes it made like combat a headache. Oh, you bled on the ground, and then the blood got electrified, and then you got shocked, and now you're stunned, and then you die. And it's like, I just want to stab someone. I just want to cast a fireball. Gotta remember, I gotta get close with this thing.
We'll make
Ow.
short working. Ah, that's all you've got.
Shame for Baldur's Gate, because I liked Baldur's Gate. I played Baldur's Gate 3 when it first came out in early access, and I was extremely impressed by the amount of content that was available in Baldur's Gate 3 from release. My first playthrough of what was available in the early access for Baldur's Gate was 13 hours, which is like insane for a fucking early access title. There's a lot of full games that don't have like 13 hours of content in them. But it does seem like, I don't know, because of the development of the BG3, it did seem that like that game was heavily front-loaded, where like clearly the stuff that was the most fleshed out was the first act. The second act was like a fucking mess when I played it around launch. Like, it felt so disjointed and crazy and short in comparison. And then the third act was like, I was glad to be in the fucking city after the whole time. That was like a nice change of scenery. But same thing there, where it felt like it was just did not have enough time in the oven.
This is how it's done. Here. Take that, fool.
I also find it a shame that they, or not a shame, but I find it strange that they didn't decide to make a definitive edition for Baldur's Gate. Like, cause they made a definitive edition for Divinity, where they kind of like went over and like redid a lot of stuff, fleshed out the third act and things like that. And it seems like Baldur's Gate could really use that. Felt like parts of Act 2 and all of Act 3 was made by a very different team than those from Act 1. It could have been that. It could have been like a different team. It could have been a different, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a different, a different, like they had a different idea, like a different overview of like how they wanted to play it or to make it. Tainted Grail. I want to see Tainted Grail. Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, strong mana. Where's the strong mana potion? Or just like the regular mana potion. How do I make this? Where to find? Horns of the South enemy loot. Randomly found in chests and drops from human enemies. Great. What are my thoughts on Dragon Age Veilguard, lol? Well, I didn't play it because it looked terrible. I did not like Dragon Age Inquisition very much. I found Dragon Age Inquisition was a fucking slog to get through. It's one of those games I finished once and will only ever finish once. And I did, just from everything I've seen and everything I've heard, Veilguard was not very good. Was not very good. I am of the opinion that there is only one good Dragon Age game, and that is Dragon Age Origins. Every other Dragon Age game, it just goes downhill from one. You know what? And to be fair, I think that's fine. I think like Dragon Age Origins, especially with the Awakening DLC, is an enormous game. It's like a 60-hour-long game, and it's filled with an interesting world and pretty good mechanics and a decent storyline with good characters. So, you know, I can go back and play that if I really want to. I laughed my ass off at Inquisition 15 minutes when the angry priest and the soldier who took me prisoner started asking me for military advice. Man, Inquisition was fucking weird. There's like a mean skull in here. You can see it on the compass. That means there's a bad guy in here. It's gonna be upstairs or downstairs. Bald Kate. She's also a bounty. What did I pick up? A ring, was it? Perfect ring for a juggler. Attack speed increased by 5%. Was that slow-mo deliberate or was the game struggling? I think the game does do like a deliberate slow-mo on certain like kills. Like the slow-mo like, ugh, you just killed that guy and you can see all their guts kind of thing. I think that's what that's supposed to be. I've seen it happen a couple times. It's not like a frame rate thing.
It's nice to have a break. No need for that, is there? Please, don't kill me. I'm not with them. Not by choice. Don't let my face fool you. The only thing I've ever raided is my wife's pantry, after she made the preserves. That's Kat's way of recruiting. When she needed something, she just took it. People included. She wanted a tanner, and back in the day, I was known for my skills. And Kat always.
Okay, so this guy was forcibly branded by the bandits.
I never told my wife, but Kat sent one of her men to ask if I'd come willingly. I refused. Now it feels like all this is my fault. I tried to convince Kat I'd be useless to her. It wasn't even a lie. I have bad joints. I can't work the tanning rack anymore. None of that mattered.
I absolutely sympathize with someone raiding a fridge after fresh jam has been made.
No, she showed up the next day with her thugs.
Okay, I get it. Where's your wife?
Horns of the South. I've been so... But they won't let me in. And what if they tell me to take it off? Blasted cat.
All right. Okay, so you give him the horn, or the horns, the head of the mercenary or the bandit, and should maybe they won't kill him thinking he's a bandit. There's like a weird vignette around the screen. Is there a way to turn that off? It looks like my character's about to fall asleep. Like they're shutting their eyes, like, And now there's no vignette. There's gotta be a fast travel beacon around here, probably. Hello. So the option to remove that was removed itself. Sounds like the devs aren't working on it. Oh, okay. All right, back. Spirituality. For a point of practicality. Fuck it. Mana regeneration is doubled outside of combat. That could be useful. Less downtime. Like wands and Q. I don't think I've gotten a wand yet. Gotta wait like 1 more hour. All the NPCs are still asleep. I want to turn these quests in. Okay. Find a package. Morris. Where's this one? Oh, he's over there. In the town, right. Okay, well, let's go to the town then. Hi, Billy.
I promise you, dear, Cat is dead. We're safe here now.
Sleeping hard.
Just let you in with that brand. No trouble at all.
Keep waking up.
No, none
Yeah,
at all.
I
See,
know that feel.
I had some help. Oh, you're here. Good. This is my savior. The only one who took down Ball. I really...
No need to worry, love. As long as we're together, we'll be just fine.
Oh, how sweet.
Yes.
Give me the fucking XP. All I care about is XP. Did I read that book for that quest? No, I was gonna ask it a question.
Looks like you- I hadn't
Don't
even
tease the
pleased.
bots.
I can't believe you actually did it. A blade buried in that giant body. I can only imagine what a sight that... And please, accept Camelot's official gratitude.
Yay.
Sitting on the giant, he used to rob travelers on the road. And if he wasn't satisfied with what they had, he'd crack their heads open. Now his hefty body... I see that Silent Cilia has finally been shut up for good. She earned that moniker because she liked to silence travelers by slitting their throats. Well, I hope she...
Wow,
did the
very
same
creative titles for these
I wonder
bandits.
what it sounds like when a blade... Go. Did they... Go. Go.
Go. Woo. Yeah, you're back. Okay, drop shit off. Parrying dagger. Twitch mobile sucks. Yes, it does. It definitely does. Can't even watch VTubers anymore. Shake my head. What's this world coming to? Jacketless? Oh, I don't. I will look into those kind of commands. I have been looking into commands for like stupid shit with like with VTube Studio, for like being able to like toggle shit like this or like put like an item on, like being able to toggle like this would be funny through a command, like a chat command. these are all light enough to carry those. 21, all right. If the option becomes a thing, I'm 100% throwing a pirate hat on you. Well, yeah, like I could do that because like it's easy to add to VTube Studio to add like a bunch of funny like items, which you just need to like make it a you get a transparent PNG of like anything, and it's easy to make a toggle, like a hotkey toggle for it. And I can even make it so that it lasts for like a minute, or you know, it only stays for a certain amount of time, so it's not like too distracting. Arthur's memory. Is this the fucking...
This feeling, it was so strong, so real. I remember now, the weight of it, the power. This blade was never just steel. It was a part of me. Yes, the sensation is unmistakable, but it carries more than my soul.
So I'm guessing we won't be able to draw the sword until we get more juice. We need more pieces of his soul, I'm guessing, right?
A sword like that, it doesn't yield easily.
Or maybe we need to be like a higher level.
It demands strength of body and of will. You'll need to grow stronger.
It's like the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild. Instantly killed me. Oh, that's good. I have to go through this again? I do.
But a sword.
Oh, that's funny. Literally the same thing as like Breath of the Wild. I loved it. I actually really liked that in Breath of the Wild. That was like one of the coolest parts to me, just the having to have enough health to pull out the sword, and it's just like and like Link's face when you pull it out is just like, I did it. Do I have a full model? Like, do you mean like actually, before we talk about this, I'm gonna say then I think this is a good spot to end for tonight. It's been 3.5 hours. I am enjoying Tainted Grail quite a bit. This game is really good. I'm coming into being like a weird druid person. Like, look at me. Like, I'm a druid. I'm a magic druid. Look at this shit. So I'm feeling less like a homeless person and more like an actual character now in this game. So yeah, I will definitely be playing more of this. Thank you very much for watching Tainted Grail.